Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Rajkumari Chauhan. I teach in Anjuman Islam A. Khatkate English Secondary School. Today, I am going to explain you a topic of Geography Standard 9th, 12th chapter Tourism. So, let's begin with the topic. Dear students, imagine that you have to go on a vacation with your family. Make a list of your favorite places in Maharashtra. After the list is prepared, put your places in the relevant classification. Example places near the sea, historical places, national parks, hill stations, religious place. And then decide a place, discuss the reasons of your choice. So in this way, we undertake short or long journeys for various purposes like festivals, family functions, fairs, sports, then recreation, etc. We need to carry out some preparation before going anywhere, such as selecting the route to go there, then choosing the means of transport, packing essential things. When we reach the destination, we try to see all the sights, the beautiful sights of that place. Sometimes we stay there. So, simple way you can say a trip has to be organized from your home to your favorite destination. Find out the route with the help of various websites. Decide the journey route you will take. Consider factors like duration of the trip, materials required for travel, means of transport, then again the routes, and also check out the estimated travel cost for per person. So this is how you come to know. So visiting various places away from your home for getting joy, entertainment, trading, staying, etc. is called tourism. Now, tourist places in India. So you can see here India map, and you have many places in India to visit, beautiful places. If a person loves a climate, or you can say a person loves snowfall, so obviously the person will select a place like Srinagar, Kashmir and all. If a person love to visit any religious places, then the person will select like Ajmer, Mathura, Varanasi, Gaya. If a person loves to visit some sea coast areas, then the person will select Alibag, Goa, then Vishakhapatnam, Rameshwaram, Kanyakumari, and so on. So this is how we decide the places. So this gives an, you can say, perfect idea to visit that place. So the places given on the map have become famous due to the different reasons. Some special things are the reason behind the place becoming famous. For example, natural beauty, pleasant weather, then beautiful sceneries, hot springs, sea coast, historical monuments, religious places, forest areas, etc. So, on the basis of political boundaries, tourism can be of two types. One is domestic tourism and the other one is international or foreign tourism. Now, what is domestic tourism? Now, tourism within the limits of a country is called domestic tourism. So, within the country means suppose you are living in India, so obviously it comes within our country, that is India. For example, a person from Maharashtra going to Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, a person from Nagpur visiting Ellora caves in Aurangabad, and so on. So this is called as domestic tourism. Now, international or foreign tourism. So if you want to visit international tourism, obviously the most important thing what you require is, yes, to go to a foreign country, one needs a passport, visa, travel insurance, and other documents. Plus, we should have a currency of the country where we are going. For this, we need to exchange our currency value with that currency. So, crossing countries' boundaries and visiting some other country for tourism is called international tourism. For example, an Indian going to Switzerland or an American coming to India. So this is called as international tourism. Now I hope you're clear with domestic and international tourism. Now we will see here ecotourism. Now what is ecotourism? Now various forms of tourism are emerging to give a flip to tourism. One of this is ecotourism. This concept came into light when it was realized that due to increasing population, pollution and urbanization, environment is degrading. it is an eco-friendly type of tourism. If tourism is developed by considering that while touring a place, the environment should not be degraded or damaged by tourists, then it is called as ecotourism. So simply you can understand that we should not spoil that place which we are visiting. Okay, so this includes like taking care that not to throw any litter at that place, avoiding noise pollution, not hurting trees, birds and animals in the forest, and so on. So this is called as ecotourism. So obviously it is related with natural beauty and not disturbing it. The next one which we have is called as agrotourism. Now what is agro? So this is a recent concept which we need to understand. Agrotourism has arisen, which is a pollution-free location away from the city holding an agricultural activity, where the tourist is shown a glimpse of agricultural life. Tourists are attracted towards it. This is called agrotourism. So, for a change from the urban life, tourists live on the farm and love to accept the hospitality of farmers on paying them. Take example, in Pune and Kolhapur district of Maharashtra, number of agrotourism centers have been developed. Even in Mahabaleshwar, when we visit, we find there also certain places. We love seeing the, you can say, strawberry farms and all. And some people love to stay there. So this is also a way of agrotourism. Okay, you can say living more closer to the farmer people. Okay, so this is called as agrotourism. Now next we'll see here, we have various trains, special trains for tourists. So here I have shown you two types of trains which are very famous. Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation, that is called as MTDC, has implemented many programs. It has provided guest house, water sports, tourist house near coastal areas. Now, we have trains like, you can see here two trains which I have shown you in the image. The first one which I have shown you is Palace on Wheels. Okay. And then the next one which I have shown you is again Deccan Odyssey. Both the trains are famous as a tourist train, and it is one of the luxurious train which we find here in Indian Railway. Now if you see a Deccan Odyssey, the train originates at Mumbai and takes tourists to places like Nasik, Ellora, Ajanta, Kolhapur, Goa and Ratnagiri and back to Mumbai. This train is like a moving palace. Then another type of similar train is called Palace on Wheels. This train takes the Delhi, Jaipur, Udaipur, Bharatpur, Agra, Delhi road. And many domestic and foreign tourists enjoy traveling in this train. So you can see the beautiful luxurious train here. Now I will show you one more train here. This you can see here. Yes, this is also one of the luxurious train. It is also included in the Indian Railways have started a new train with coaches having transparent ceiling. Okay, so you can see in this train, it is a transparent ceiling which is called as Vistadome as a special attraction for tourism. It runs on the Vishakhapatnam Kirandul route. The passenger can see the panoramic view of the natural beauty of Varukku Valley, Anantagiri Ghat and Bora Caves. So again, it's a glass roof AC coach and one of the luxurious train again. So these are the I can say that these three are the luxurious and very famous trains which is related to. And then we have one more like film tourism. It is also one of the new type of tourism, because people love to visit film cities like Mumbai Film City, Ramoji City, and also it is also one of the famous tourist which we call it as film cities. Now next we'll see here importance of tourism development in India. So we all know India is a diverse in terms of culture and nature. So obviously people are more attracted to the cultural heritage of our country. Tourism has a lot of potential here. The richness of natural beauty in India, attractive landscapes, high mountains like Himalayas, beautiful coastal areas, all these attract the tourist people. And the diversity of Indian culture, festival traditions, costumes, variety of dishes made using Indian spices, and the way of hospitality given by the Indians have resulted into one of the wonderful tourist center for other people, that is the foreigners. So again you can see this is also one of the way how the foreign people are attracted to India and they visit this place because of the diversity. Then next we have some of the things which we need to see here. Yeah. Again, one more thing very important which we find in our mobile. If you see, what is this I have shown you? Yes, GPS for tourism. So again we all know this is also one of the important thing which we find in today's world. It is one of the important thing, isn't it? The GPS system in our smartphones or the instrument is largely used for tourism. For that we need special application like Google Map. We can know our exact location with the help of the map. Once it is decided where we want to head, then information regarding all the possible routes to travel, distance, time required according to the type of vehicle, amenities on the way like petrol pump, restaurants, lodges, etc. can be available because of this app. And we can use this for tourism. So this is also one of the important app which we find today. Yes, now there are some things which we need to relate and we need to accept tourism and economic development. The first thing, that is tourism and economic development. Obviously, because of tourism, we are developing an economical field. Tourism development helps the Indian economy in a great way. So take example like restaurant, shop, transportation system, recreational place, etc. develop because of tourism and directly contribute to the economy. Also basic infrastructure improves and employment is generated, which is one of the, you can say, highly income related aspects. Tourism plays an important role in economic development. Therefore it is said that tourism is an invisible trade. Then next thing what we are about to learn is tourism and environmental development. Now, tourism is good for environmental development. To develop natural locations, sanctuaries, national parks, etc. Economic investment is made by the government for the sake of tourism industry. Because of eco-friendly tourism concept, tourist places can be developed while caring for the environment. Factors like housing, resorts, traffic routes, etc. have been designed in an eco-friendly manner. In this type of development process, electricity, water are used systematically. The concept of recycle and reuse is applied here. Natural environment is maintained and tourism is developed too. So this is also one of the, you can say, important aspect of tourism related with environment. Then next thing which we relate is, so again you can say it is eco-friendly overall. Okay, next thing which we relate is tourism and health. Yes, some tourists visit India to avail the health facilities. Visiting the places of tourist interest and achieving mental peace, physical strength through Indian Ayurveda, yoga, pranayam, etc. is the objective behind it. The medicinal and surgical treatment in Indian hospitals are cost effective and therefore many patients from various developing countries come here for treatment. Medical tourism develops from the facilities required by these tourists. So this is also one of the important aspects. Now we'll see next one, tourism and social development. Some specific social programs can be accomplished through tourism. Now here, rural lifestyle, tribal life, the cultural heritage included in tourism, it gets a social dimensions. So you can say we are more closer to each people, maybe in the village, rural area or urban area. Like take example, we have the tribal life in Malaghat of Maharashtra and visit to model villages like Anandavan project, again which is again projected by Baba Amte. So these are the things where we get related with the people, we socialize with the people, maybe it is a orphanage, a simple center, ashram, any places. So tourism obviously have a great impact on social development also. Now there are some things which we need to remember, very important things, which is one of the important aspect. Make sure you know the timings of the high tide and low tides when you visit a sea coast. Do not go near the sea coast, hilltops, jungles, unknown caves, etc. without a local guide. Avoid clicking selfies at sea cliffs, hill edges, or wildlife animals. Be careful for that because people are more attracted for selfies today. Then avoid the temptation to swim in the sea or go into the deep waters. Keep the tourist place clean. Take care of not hurting the animals and birds at the tourist places. Follow the instructions written on the board placed at the tourist place, or if any sign has been shown on that board. So be conscious and take care of everything. So I hope you understood what is tourism, visiting various places which we love but taking care of it. So I hope you all love to visit a place with the family and you enjoy the place to fullest but without disturbing or destroying that environment, creating any problem for it, not throwing the litters anywhere, and enjoying to the fullest. So this is what the chapter of tourism is. I hope you are clear with some of the aspect which I wanted you all to understand. Domestic tourism, international tourism, then again tourism with economic development, tourism with environmental development, tourism with health and social development, and the various, you can say, luxurious trains which we have seen, which is run on in India. So again, I hope you're clear. Thank you very much for listening so patiently to me. Thank you and bye bye. See you.